Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of IELTS Speaking Conquest. I am Duy. Today we will talk about books. What is your favorite book? Is reading as pleasurable in digital format? Let's get started. Now in the first part, I would like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about books. Do you like to read books? Why? Reading is one of my favorite hobbies. When I read books, I feel fun and relaxed. Books are a way for me to tune into different lives. Could be a history book, a self-help book, or a novel. Do you prefer reading books or watching films? Well, I actually enjoy both, but if I have to choose one, I will pick reading books. It's because books can entertain me more than movies. Whenever I pick up a book, it puts my mind at ease. I think reading books is one of those things that can have the amazing benefits of de-stressing. What kind of books do you like to read? One genre of books that I love reading is novel. For example, I once read The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. It was a fiction about a lost code in which the main character had to go on a journey to get the secret code. When I stumbled on the book, I got hooked immediately and read it from cover to cover. If I remember correctly, I read it from 7 a.m. in the morning to 2 a.m. the next day. Where do you like to read? Well, my preferred location is alone and ideally at home. Reading, as I mentioned before, provides me a way to temporarily forget about bread and butter concerns. So, understandably, I prefer to read without external stimulations so that I can focus on appreciating the book and having a little me time. Now, in the second part, I would like you to talk for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to prepare what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand? So here's your topic. I would like you to describe a book you read recently. I'm going to talk about a book that I've recently read. It's called Cổ học tinh hoa, translated as The Essence of Old Knowledge, written by 2 scholars of the Vietnamese language. It is about the culture of Vietnam and, in general, Eastern culture. When I came across this book, I was surprised because it was so cheap, 30,000 dong, in comparison with the amount of wisdom contained in it. The book is a collection of everyday stories through which it depicts lessons that ancestors have fought to pass on to the present generation. The teachings range from personal ethics, social values, family harmony, to the transcendent ideals of a traditional Eastern society. To me, I felt like it was written with complete dedication from its writers. It was like a message from the old masters to the present time about the beauties of Eastern culture. The authors wrote in the book that when new knowledge came, old knowledge waned. But for new knowledge to be progressive, it had to stand on the foundation of old knowledge. It was a poignant reminder of what it's like to be a Vietnamese, what people should follow and avoid to grow themselves. Overall, I would recommend this book to anyone wanting to dive deep into the Asian culture to understand their origins. Now, in the final part, I would like to ask you some general questions related to this topic. Is reading as pleasurable in digital format? Well, no, from my point of view. Reading on the screen creates a feeling of distance to the writing being read, which will hinder the absorption process. For instance, when reading on a computer, it is impossible to touch the screen to feel the letters. Also, we can't take notes to express our thoughts and reactions as we read the text. I think paper somehow attracts readers with an indescribable sense of memory and fondness, which digital reading lacks. For that reason, reading in digital format cannot convey the same feeling as reading in paperback. Do children need to learn how to read while they are still young? This is a debatable question. I think they don't really need to, because learning to read requires complex language skills to process the text. Also, reading is more suitable for children who enjoy low stimulation activities. For those who are active and inclined to play outdoors, forcing them to read could backfire. It is my opinion that children, when they are young, should be encouraged to read if they want to, but they should not be coerced into reading. Do you think there is a difference between reading habits in the past and in the present day? Yes, definitely. The major difference lies in the reading speed. In the old days, the speed of reading tended to be slower than that of the present day, possibly because people felt like they had ample time, so there wasn't much pressure to do hurried reading. However, these days, more and more attention-grabbing things like advertisements are reducing the ability for slow reading. That's why the pace of reading is increasingly faster, which is evident in the rise of speed reading courses on the internet. So that's the end of our topic, books, for today. I hope you find it useful. I'll see you later.